everybody. My name is Angus Wright, and I also go by Angus by Design. And this is an introduction to a project I've been working on and an idea I've been cultivating to bring to the community of ramdas.org's affinity group. I'm a moderator and a space moderator and a Q37 explosive space modulator, all these titles, but essentially this is a practice that I have. It's an integrated practice of being with the teachings of Ram Dass and Maharaji and continuing in reciprocity of the incredible gift and support that I receive from the Love, Serve, Remember Foundation. This is a community of family, of chosen family. It's not just regulated to the to SLGBTQIA plus satsang. It really is truly an open, loving practice that everybody and anybody can get to. Um, and really, it can be shared anywhere where you are. So this is an invitation. It's also a little bit of, this is me kind of doing my kind of graffiti moments. Um, I added the 2S and the IA, and then I've added the +1. That's a personal mantra of mine. Kind of looking at the +1 in the greater scale, +1 being me. I love to be a +1 at a party. And then, it's really important to me. And we've taken polls before, we've had conversations. It's been kind of approved in general, but there's no need to change anything. It's just an evolution, right? But for me, I really specify the 2S at the beginning of that acronym. And why is that? Because as a personal practice, it gives me the opportunity to add my gratefulness, my gratitude, my loving kindness awareness to the Two Spirit community. And I could give you what I understand Two Spirit to be, but I would encourage you to, if this resonates with you, check out the ramdas.org podcasts because it's full of people with lived identity, lived experience. But please do come back, and if you represent uh, the caucasity that I represent, the Caucasianness, the awareness, the wish, the will, the want, or you wish to kind of learn how to sit with uncomfortableness and self-learning as you learn, please do come back, and there's always safe space for that. The lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, intersex, asexual plus communities. Um, I love, having lesbian before gay. Gay is, I mean, you could be gay. Everybody's gay. It's gay. This is gay. That's gay. We all have our definition of it, right? Um, and it's an individual experience. So having lesbian in front of that, not only does it recognize the incredible response from the lesbian and women and gender non-conforming and trans and butch and dykes and all those people who, I often joke, like, I wish we could get the lesbians in to build the deck or to do this or to do that. But it really is in loving awareness and kindness to the fact that they kicked ass, and honestly, they gave us the sort of toxic parenting back in the day that we needed as we responded to what was happening in the 90s, right? and what was happening to the people who we love and who we support and who we miss and who we still cherish. So I love channeling my inner lesbian. I love, a good old like Melissa Etheridge come to my window moment. I'm still jealous of the Michigan's Women Festival, but I was also there for the conversations about why those things were important. Why, even though we want to be accepting, why there needs to be diversity in spaces, but also why there needs to be a sanctity in it and a sanctuary. Um, and that all of it should and could and would exist with enough love, kindness, and perseverance, which is what we do. So we have an established monthly gathering practice. I'm calling this a sanctuary for love, awareness, and pure connection. And that's because I am brave enough to, project an image of follow me, I have the map, or hey, I'm comfortable here. Really what it is I thrive on the energy and the stories and the space and the personal benefit I feel, but just, with everything else we witness, seeing so much love in these spaces is incredible. So this is an act of love. It's a personal act. I'm trying to read more books. I'm, loving my awareness. I am a growing tree. But this is a little bit more, if you haven't heard of this, or you want to learn more, or you want to kind of see what it means or apply it to your life. The LGBTQ plus satsang affinity groups. So affinity groups are shown to be an integral part of creating an inclusive environment. These spaces offer individuals with similar backgrounds who have historically been marginalized an opportunity to socialize, share ideas, and explore shared experiences without needing to defend them from others. Ram Dass said, "We don't try to deny or manipulate individual differences. We honor them. In fact, we seek them out because we understand that before we undertake any serious social action, we need a strong sense of who we are." If you would like to learn more about the need for affinity groups and why we honor diversity within the unity, please read our FAQ section below and this article by Ram Dass on honoring diversity within unity. The LGBTQ plus satsang. The LGBTQ plus QI plus Ram Dass Satsang's mission is to cultivate loving awareness and heart connections in a community of kindred souls. We celebrate our unity in the full spectrum of gender and sexuality in and from a space of supportive openness. Guidelines for engaging in our community forum: a space for connection, reflection, and loving awareness. Welcome to our online community space. This forum is an extension of our shared practice, a place for deepening connection, supporting one another, and engaging with wisdom in the spirit of Ram Dass's teachings. To keep space aligned with love, truth, and mindful presence, we invite you to follow these guiding principles. The 90-minute satsang structure, which I title myself, meeting soul to soul, loving awareness as peer support, blends the heart-centered teachings of Ram Dass and Neem Karoli Baba with the practical, empathetic frameworks of Pure Run Warm Lines. The session is designed for two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, intersexed, asexual, plus affinity groups to honor individual differences while honoring diversity within unity. General guidelines for engagement. So only join the group if you identify with its goals and missions, right? Speak from the heart. So share your truth with honesty, kindness, and humility. Let your words come from a place of love and openness rather than judgment or fear. Deep listening and compassionate response. So listen deeply before responding. When engaging with others, practice mindful compassion, communication, um, seeing beyond differences and meeting each other soul to soul. 4, be here now. Engage with presence before posting. Take a breath. Center yourself and ask, does this contribute to love and awareness? We encourage thoughtful contributions rather than reactive discussions. And 5, honor all paths. We welcome diverse experiences and perspectives. While this space is inspired by Ram Dass's teachings, we respect that everyone is on their own journey. Approach differences with curiosity rather than division. And 6, share, don't preach. Rather than offering unsolicited advice, share from personal experience. Trust in the wisdom of each individual to find their own path. And 7, service and support over ego. So engage in the spirit of seva, selfless service. Support one another without the need for recognition or validation. If you see someone struggling, offer kindness rather than correction. And 8, hold space for the mystery. Not everything needs an answer. Some questions are meant to be sat with rather than solved. Allow space for the unknown and for the unfolding of wisdom in its own time. And 9, respect confidentiality and safe space. So, what is shared in the space stays in the space. Honor the vulnerability of others by keeping personal stories private. And 10, no harmful speech or behavior. So, hate speech, discrimination, or any form of harm, subtle or overt, will not be tolerated. This is a sanctuary for love and awakening. And 11, engage with lightness and joy. So, Ram Dass reminded us not to take ourselves too seriously. While we explore deep topics, let's also bring laughter, joy, and playfulness into our connections. So that's pretty much that, my folks. Thank you so much. I look forward if you want to hear, learn, or read more, check out ramdas.org. Get connected with the community, like, comment, share, what have you. And if I don't respond right away, somebody will. That's how we roll, right? The way I see it is everywhere where we've been, we still continue to be. We honor all of that. Those connections are still there, but they're connections in the past. And there's lots of people who are operating there. And that's cool. And there are people who are forward thinking. They're thought leaders and they're gathering in the future. There's people who are gathering right now, and they're in a completely different time and space in their own. And so there's really no rush or pace. Everybody belongs here. And but if you want to get to know what's happening next, visit ramdas.org and just explore everything around there. And I bet you'll find something just perfect. All right. Thank you, everybody.